Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Sunny here, and we got a new update for Global Lab. This should all be out next week, next maintenance, so that would be Thursday the 16th of January. We should expect all of these things here. And the big news is we got the new flex item, a sort of treasure item in the game, the horse. I cover this every Friday at twitch.tv/bprimegaming, so make sure you tune in. So let's get to it. Right, first off, Voltarion is being added. The lightning horse they teased, completely giga, it's getting added, and I love the way they've done it. So, let's first check out the horse, some beautiful screenshots, link of course in the description. There is some lore here, we're gonna skip that. And a quick video of some of the moves of the horse. Looks pretty damn good, pretty damn good. We get to see all the abilities as well here. So it starts with the regular abilities, the Corsair Spirit, the sprinting, the double jumping, and then it has the unique abilities. It looks to be a T9 because there is a male and a female version, and you can get both. So potentially there will be a T10 version of this in the future, but it's gonna take a long time to get. I'll cover that after we go over the horse here. So the first one here is a disability. Again, Google translated name, so who knows what they're really going to be called. It's basically, it will restore stamina. So just by sprinting, yeah, you just get stamina. It recovers stamina when you're riding on it. And that's kind of good, I guess, for AFK leveling. But there's also some abilities that cost a lot of stamina, so I'm guessing that's also why. Next up is a crazy cool ability. Huge AoE lightning stomp, and look at this. It's also, if you use it in the air, it's like a jump in nuke, and you can just jump over walls with this. It looks so crazy. Annihilation lightning. So what is it? It costs 100 stamina on the ground, 500 in the air, creates a lightning strike on the ground and attacks. I'm gonna use it in the air. It just falls down surrounding areas and explodes. It looks so sick. It gets better. It gets better. Next up is the sprint. The wall rush, right? Yeah. It's basically the sprint. Super fast sprint. Looks great. And you can use it in the air. You can use the sprint in the air. Look at that. Look at that. So Q, 200 stamina. You can activate it, activates automatically when you're dashing, or you can Q in the air to use it. Next up is instant acceleration flash, which, as you can see, whenever you're using your instant acceleration, you basically TP. It looks so sick, and it gets better, it gets better. Instant acceleration, E in the move, 200 stamina, so a lot of stamina consumptions here. So sick. Whenever you instantly jumps through that space. When you hit an obstacle in front of you while moving, you can quickly move by inputting the directional keys to avoid the obstacle. Cooldown 5 seconds. So, yeah, you can move around obstacles apparently. And you can definitely do it with drift. So this here is drift. This is the new special class drift ability. You see almost hitting it, he just drifts. Drift is a TP as well. Regular drifting to the side and all that. Look at the lightning, look at the TPing. Look at this, almost hit it, just TP around it. It's just crazy. Instantly moves through space, left and right, quickly switches position. It's so cool. Right, so you can learn those when you get it. Here are the base stats. It is the fastest acceleration and the fastest speed of any of the horses, comparable to the other T9 horses. It has lower turn and braking, but yeah. And of course, it now also is going to get those increased stat gains whenever we get it. The next one here is the big question, how to get it. And personally, I love this. This is a flex item. I see this more in line of a treasure item than just another T9 horse. So how do you get it? You can get it, you get these traces, and you need 300 traces to get a quest from the Black Spirit to then get the horse, and you get to choose you want a male or female. And I believe it's repeatable. So 300 traces. You can get them from War of the Roses. This here is Siege, and this is uncapped Node Wars. So I know that, okay, it's Siege and Uncapped Node Wars. You can also get them from Calamity 8, 9, and 10 bosses, the solo bosses, or from the Crown Prince in the Black Shrine. So those are the ways of getting it. So basically, only from the highest tier of in-game content for PvP and PvE. I like that. Something to strive for. It's a bit similar to when they added Oseka outfit, right? It was only for the hardest grind spots in the game you can get that outfit. Of course, it gets easier over time. People are gonna get better. We're gonna get more of the Calamity bosses, etc., etc., etc. over time, right? So really cool. And then how many do you get? For War of the Roses, the leading guild. So this here should also be an incentive for guilds to try and push to become the leading guild, right? Hopefully this here is going to incentivize people even more to actually start doing War of the Roses. I'm gonna start doing it myself, right? Like, it hasn't really been worth it staying up at late in the evening for me on Sundays, but I'll start doing it now. Leading guild, if you win 25 traces, liberation 20, and defeat 15, and third army get 2 no matter what. So queue up for it, start stacking them up, and especially the leading guilds probably want to try and actually claim the position. Next up is Siege. For sieging, if you are winning, you get 12. If you get first place through victory points, you get 10. And second and third place are gonna get 4 and 3. For uncapped Node Wars, victory is gonna give you Burning Passion 1 to 5 victory rewards are gonna give you 2. And encourages like participation reward is gonna give you 1 for every Node War. So again, this is going to be something that's going to be a long time. Also, like these numbers up here, 25, 20, that's a lot, right? But that's only once every 2 weeks. So it's going to take a while. I think you get like, was it 20, 50 per week, depending on how active you play and if you do the War of the Roses, etc. Next up is the Black Temple from the Crown Prince. When you open, you will get 1 guaranteed. I do think this is a bit low. Surprisingly low, since that's also a weekly thing, and Crown Prince is insane, right? And then next up is from Calamity 8, 9, and 10. If you do Calamity 10, you are guaranteed 1 as long as you're in top 9. It doesn't look like anyone outside of top 9 is going to be able to get any of the shots from bosses. So now there is some value in trying to push timers. But yeah, Calamity 10, guaranteed 1. For Calamity 9, you're guaranteed 1 if you get rank 1 on Calamity 9, and also guaranteed 1 on Calamity 8. And then it's only a set probability on Calamity 9 and 8 if you're from rank 2 to 9. And they say down here, the probability goes up the higher rank. So getting rank 2 has a higher probability than rank 9. I believe this is hard mode. I believe it's hard mode. Which is crazy, you only get 1. So here's an overview of the rewards. Again, link in the description. So you get 300 traces, you can get a quest. And you get to select if you want the male or the female one. So this to me, obviously that's going to be a T9 horse ride. And could indicate that there will be a T10 version in the future. Some other changes. This here, big update for Deadeye on Monday. This is not in today's patch. It will be out Monday the 13th on Global Lab, but it will probably be out on live servers the same patch. So on Monday, and I'll cover that as well, they are adjusting damage types, damage by ammo types. This could be a damage nerf. Improvements to switch and load, that's the E ability. They're probably going to make it a lot smoother. That's been one of the number one feedbacks I've been hearing when I've been playing a lot of Deadeye. People complaining that it feels clunky. That's definitely been one of the number one feedbacks I've heard from people. Then they're also adding the Rabams and the Black Spirit skills already. I'm a bit surprised they're already there. So pretty much the full kit is going to be out, except of course the Magna skill, which we might get in 3 years. So Monday, big day for Deadeye, and hopefully maybe they'll throw in some Awakening War PvE buffs? Just saying. We'll see on Monday. Name changes, doesn't really matter. Quest knowledge, doesn't matter. Background, doesn't matter. Here it is, the big update for mounts. So they are doing some huge things for mount here. This is the patch we've been waiting for with mount stuff. They're adding a tool so you can see how good your mount actually is. So you can click on this, it opens you into this UI where you can see your stats, the skills, the chance of rolling different skills, all of this. You can also see like the tier level of your stats. There's also comparison tools here, right? With the best horses, I assume. All of this. So you basically have the full horse life skill Discord built into the game now. You get a comparison tools for your stats. You see the chance of rolling. You see what you can breed with different stuff. Everything you'll want to know. Different types of horses. All of it right here. This is like for breeding. Which horse your chance of getting all of that. So that's going to be absolutely huge. And we're also going to get the stat increase when leveling up. So they're adding, before, the stats are going to be 0.3 to 1.3. That's what it's right now. With this patch here, whenever you're leveling up, you're going to gain 0.6 to 1.3. So that's a huge buff to base stats and having a higher chance of getting a good horse. On top of that, as it is not retroactively, they are sending out a train all skills coupon and a reset level coupon. Just one of each, so you can use this to reset the level of your favorite horse if it has bad stats, to level up a new, and then you can use the coupon to max out all the skills again. So, would be nice if it was more than one, right? But yeah, it is not retroactively, and we get that here next patch, so great time to start leveling horses. They're also increasing EXP by 25% when training. But that's further down, right? So anyway, also here you can now check in horses you catch in the wild at your carriage. The carriage must be empty, so no stuff in it, and also the registration of wild horses attached to a carriage is registered stable. So wherever your carriage is like attached to, it will fill that stable when you are catching horses, right? So you have to have room in your stable and the carriage has to be empty, but you can now turn them in at your carriage, which is nice. And then mount EXP increased by 25% when riding from before. And yeah, this is probably the base stats, right? The base increase. So I would assume that 25% in base increase would also be affected by other stats. We'll have to wait and see, but that's normally how it would work. The notepad is getting some actual features, so you can change and like italic, size, color, all of that. That's very nice. I like that. And here on the Royal Workshop, quality of life, you can now check the resources without actually changing the craft. Hopefully you can also do it on the ones you haven't like started on, and not just the one you're doing. But yeah, that's a good addition. You can also now hide your pet/fairy name without having to hide the fairy. I love it. I want my fairy out, but I hate that the name is there. So great change. I'm definitely gonna be using this. Adding a map icon for gray for this, blah blah blah, and that's pretty much it. Some bug changes here. Not a big deal. Oh, except of course we're also getting a dragon. So here it is. The dragon is coming in. Next maintenance, we'll be receiving a scroll to summon the personal dragon we can fly around with for the next 2 weeks. It's a 2-week item, and it cannot shoot fire. It's in preparation for the dragon being added to the castle owners. So let's see what they say. The mount that soars through the skies of Blackness World, the Duskwing, will make its debut. Unlike horses and ships that have served as means of transportation until now, the Duskwing, summoned by Spectral Horn, can fly and adjust its altitude. Before introducing it, as a benefit to the Siege Lords, we plan to provide all adventurers with the Duskwing Horn for 14 days during next week's update, allowing everyone to experience a new and exciting adventure. There it is, guys, this week's update. To be fair, pretty solid considering what we just had this week here. Hopefully next week we get some of those more Calamity 10 bosses. I really want to see the new crime spot land more light as well. But pretty solid update here. Very excited for the whole stuff, and let me know what you guys think. I'll see you all in the next one.